those operators and talking with the crew, they were able to bi-directionally check off all of the different. That was really, obviously don't do that when there's satellite on top of rockets. Light that we operation. Now that the hatch is, a lot of the work are obviously not finished, not ready to talking to. That's right. Hatch leak. That's pressurize that air. Pressurize pressure. Very, very fast, very high passing. Pressure. With the team, we'll go back, access all what we call the SPEP, which is side pressure. Once that is plugged, really closed everything up. And when the crew splashes down, what they'll actually pull that plug to equalize pressure across the hatch, cause the buckle pressure or hatch or the capsule element buckle pressure difference. Adding that up, that close it up. Now, obviously, hide and in Crew Dragon.
Dragon copies.
Of you're looking at the Falcon 9 rocket with dragons on top inside that capsule or NASA astronaut Bob Bank. We are inside of 2 hours. Other whole stunning access out towards the Dragon. That is the final path. Astronaut climb aboard Dragon, wrapped into the hatch close. Out, Bob and Doug are on head, but also about how I mentioned during that segment.
Going back to the instructor status there. Notebooks back full.
And that looks like of Air Force One. Flying your launch pad 39A for a special guest. Have a special view of astronauts on the launch pad. President Trump on board, making space-centered. Hopefully view a launch at 4:33 this afternoon.
There they are in view of the launch pad, so no doubt he's looking at the window. Out the window at Bob and Doug on the pad. That's got to be an amazing sight to see. We are at minus 1 hour seconds and counting for launch. And guys, the last time we out coming, the last president that was back in October 95. So
Are about 56 seconds away from the, oh no, we're not. We hour and 50. Instead, we are 1 hour and 45 minutes away from, I bet.
Hey, Lauren. I mean, like you said, things are really up on social media right now, especially seeing that hatch close. Also, just watching this flyover happen across all of our social. Let's check out what people are on Twitter right now. It looks like we've got more creativity going on. Some people are crying with pride in Houston. Feel it. We even have Elizabeth Banks who's from the Hunger Games. Awesome. Have more just luck and well wishes for Bob and Doug across the nation. Constant, which is so great. More just those getting excited. Have the band Bastille punch the system. More people try to. So guys, on well wishes across our country. But today, so let's take a look at that video.
Hi, I'm Audrey Clark, and I built this taking rocket, and I'm gonna launch it.
Wow, I mean, guys, just get everybody excited for today's launch. If that doesn't get you pumped, like, come on, let's go. Got to see astronaut Snoopy in there, which is a personal favorite of mine. I actually have my lucky Snoopy pin here. You probably can't see it, but he is literally my spirit. Anyways, guys, get excited. Let's toss back to Lauren at Kennedy. Lauren.
Thanks to Hero likes the Snoopy. I like the little girl doing the worm. Leland, she all.
I want to know what.
No, I don't. I'm not, I don't. Clearly, this is capturing the attention all across the country and the world. So, hashtag launch across Facebook.
And we've had the opportunity to share with you a lot about the SpaceX Crew Dragon vehicle that we're sitting in right now, a lot about the crew themselves and the significance of today as the official return of human ability to American shores. Now we want to turn our attention to Boeing, National Space Station. And for that, let's take you to Mission Gary.
Thank you, Maria. Space Station, incredible facility, construction, operation, and ongoing science. All these efforts have been made possible by an unprecedented international collaboration. So to tell us more about the space station, we have International Space Station scientist Kurt Costello with us. Kurt, welcome.
Harry, thank an amazing day to talk to you. Rick Long.
It really is. Now, many viewers may not realize that there is a laboratory that's the size of a football field, 250 miles above the Earth, and it's been there for conducting revolution. Share with us about what this space and what it's a.
Sure, Gary. Over those 20 years, conducted over 3,100. Those 3,100 experiments have been done by over 4,100 investigators to represent the work of over 108. Work going on the space station, not only there to help us with our exploration goals, or how to go further in space, but also bring back benefit and to bring marketplace. All three objectives, along with international cooperation to build, are great examples. Objectives of.
We know that today's mission is critical to providing us with a cadence of operational. For us to have this capability from a.
That's a great question. Today's test flight brings us to the commercial crew program, raise our occupancy on the U.S. segment, 4 astronauts. That 4th astronaut, the tasks don't get particularly expensive. Maintenance, that time becomes dedicated. In fact, enough time that it will double the amount of experiments. Turn also brings up you back down.
You're talking about all this, talking about scientific experiments. But what would you say to someone watching this thinking, I don't do.
Well, again, and for all of us who've been stuck at home, 19 pandemic, wondering, wouldn't it be nice to have more? Why does the internet slow down? Some of the reasons, particularly the fact that we don't have sediment, develop new, us build fiber optic, better bandwidth, and cost many networks. And then if you're not really maybe your interests lie more. And we have multiple experiments help us develop drugs. Pharmaceuticals are working on methods that allow us to crystallize proteins in space in a modified and standardized method. Could lead to monoclonal antibodies that we can action. We also are developing studies capability. And again, because capability, someday possibly.
Now, Kurt, I know they have some cargo going up with them, but I understand science back.
That's right, Gary. A lot of their cargo going up with them, crew supplies, space supplies, with them, they have to gaze on. But cargo they'll be down comes from across the. We have experiments concerning with Dragon. Also have a number of experiments dependent on their samples frozen life. Be able to rodent research to National Lab Rodent 17, and also our veggie, which are experiments in plants and that will be distant.
International scientist Kurt Costello, thank you so much for your time. Hear now from one of the astronauts to fly to station on a Crew Dragon. Marina.
Thank you so much. Guest is national, and we'll return there. Decade fight with the logged one flights on the space discovery JAXA astronaut any of his other crew. It is my pleasure to welcome us to much for joining us. So arigato gozaimasu.
Wow, that's wonderful. Marina, how are you doing? Thanks for having me today. This wonderful day we are celebrating the launch. I'm happy to be here.
Here with us. I am sure you excitement next Dragon flight after this. Excited to and how
Yes, definitely excited. Back to Kennedy Space Center. My first space flight was Kennedy Space Center on the Discovery. That was 15 years. My memory is fresh. I still feel the vibration. The launch same launch pad of the 9A, the Demo2, and the same launch pad that we as a crew. And our crew is getting ready. Final training phase. Coming weeks, and the mood is high and ready.
as you know, the national and space national effort Japanese once again on the ISS.
I think the strengths of international diversity, participant country, and adding diversity definitely the rigid the program, and the same applies to our crew. Our crew, we are full different background, and definitely the diversity. Our success, crew one.
I'm sure it will be successful. Back to the ISS.
Oh, this is my International Space Station. I like this things. Colleagues keep saying, "Hey, you gotta visit the station again because comfortable and cannot wait." Sleep station after 10 years.
And nothing that view.
Oh, definitely. My last flight, we actually window cupola, and that was it. This is the number one leisure time for astronauts, and I'm ready to many photos as I can this time as well.
Amazing. I will look. I'm sure you right before Douglas are feeling right now as they prepare ISS.
Well, Doug and Bob's several veterans, they know the launch, they experience a lot. So I think they're pretty relaxed. And so far, I learned most of the steps what we have in the space shuttle days. So, different suit and vehicle, but steps capsules. So I'm pretty sure they are relaxed because they are very excited.
I'm sure you are. Arigato so much as today.
Brenda, arigato, and thank you very much for having me. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Good luck with your as the back to you.
Thank you, Marina. I now have the distinct pleasure of being joined by one of NASA's record-setting astronauts and a recent resident aboard the International Space Station, Cook. Christina, thanks for joining us.
Great to be with you.
We're coming up on 20 years of continuous human presence on the space station, and you were. What's it like to see a new milestone like this launch unfold after so much already?
Much history indeed. It is really such a testament to NASA. Not only are we pushing the boundaries of knowledge and discovery and exploration, but pushing the boundaries on how we accomplish that mission. We're bringing in commercial partners. We're fostering. We're making sure we're always pushing forward, always taking that next step. I think it's such a privilege to be part of an organization that recognizes if we're not actually taking steps and innovating every single time we do, then we're not truly answering the call to explore and to push boundaries.
I know Bob and Doug are veterans themselves, but what advice do you have for Bob and Doug, given your long duration member?
Well, being able to national of this laboratory, bringing so many benefits down to earth, and also learning how we can push farther into the year. So it is quite an honor, and I think that's the main thing about how it feels up there for a long duration. In terms of advice, Bob and Doug have been great mentors for me. They've given me advice for so many years. It's strange to be the one who could be in a position to offer them anything. But I would say that as shuttle flyers, they used to participate in missions that were really, really intense, go, go, go all the time. Long duration space flight is more of a marathon than a sprint. So I would tell them to take that moment, enjoy it, and really welcome the opportunity to have part of your mission be taking it all in and sharing that with the people that got you there.
Thanks again, Christina. Always a pleasure to hear from you and fantastic words. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you. My pleasure.
So once again, once Bob and Doug arrive at the station, they'll be greeted by astronaut Chris Cassidy. But before we do that, let's toss to
Hello, everyone. I'm astronaut Chris Cassidy, commander of Expedition 6 on board the International Space Station, flying 250 miles above the Earth. Like you, I'm excited about today's launch and the possibility of bringing to America into the world, but also very excited that two close friends will be arriving and joining the crew. I had the privilege of flying with Doug Hurley on both of our first shuttle missions back in 2009. Together, we came to the International Space Station and helped construct the amazing facility today. Although this will be my first mission with Bob, it was my honor to follow him to the office when he left back in 2015 in training for this amazing mission. Personally, I've been very fortunate to fly in two different spacecraft. Launching from America on the shuttle, most recently launching from Kazakhstan, Soyuz. But I can't tell you how exciting it is to know that we're once again launching American